Hello everyone, welcome back to Garden Rewards and my first video of 2026. So this week's video I want to show you at what stage my Amaryllis bulbs are at and what I'm going to be doing with them, and also I'm going to be planting some hyacinth bulbs. So here we are, they are both the same variety, they're both Casablanca, beautiful white flowers. This one obviously flowered before this one, and I posted some pictures on my YouTube there of how lovely the flowers were. This one is exactly the same, but the flowers were a lot smaller on this one and it didn't produce hardly anything in the way of leaves. And this is because the bulb used up most of its stored energy for the impressive bloom and needs to recharge, often due to being forced into early dormancy. So this is why I think that perhaps the flowers were smaller than the other one, and it didn't make, although it's rooted in, there's no visible signs of root around the glass vase that I planted them in. And I don't usually keep Amaryllis bulbs, I usually buy new every year, probably because I like to change the colour, and sometimes I see something that I really like the look of. So I don't usually put them into dormancy, but I think I might try it with this one this year. So I'm going to cut the flower off, hope that the leaves will then start to grow and help store energy back into the bulb. So I will store these two because I hope next year to get a bigger vase or bowl and have more bulbs in it. So these were from the supermarket and they come in a pack with a brick of soil and obviously the vase. I didn't keep the vase because I didn't need them, so I gave them to the charity shop. But if you're buying them every year, they're going to be expensive, and they're not the most expensive ones you can buy. If you go to the garden centres, you'll find some that are a lot more expensive. So I'm going to try and store these and then hopefully use them next year. So now I'm ready to plant the hyacinth bulb in a vase for the house here. I did want to get a pot kind of bowl from the charity shop, blue and white, similar to the design on this mug here. I really like the colouring of that, or green and white. But when I went to the charity shop, they just didn't have what I was looking for. I did see this lovely bowl here with the lovely cutout designs on it, and I thought that would be ideal. And when I told the lady in the charity shop I was going to be planting my hyacinth bulbs in it, she said, I think that would be lovely. So that's what I'm going to use. The hyacinth bulbs I've had for a week, so they've started to grow and I've had them in the house. And I could have sit the pot into the glass vase, but it's not sitting deep enough in the vase and it seems to be sitting up a bit proud. So I thought about planting them in the vase. You can use horticultural grit or stones, and I've got white stones in the garden. What I've decided to use are these glass beads. So I'm going to wash off all the soil from the bulbs, and then I'm going to plant them with the glass beads in a little bit of water in the bottom, and I'm going to plant them in that and see how it looks. Right, so I've washed most of the soil off the roots now, and I'm just going to fill the bowl with some of the glass beads first and then start to put the hyacinth bulbs in. Right, so now I've got my layer of beads in, and that's just really just to try and keep the base of the bulb from the bottom of the bowl, because you don't want the bulb sitting in water. You want maybe the roots in a little bit of water, but you don't want the bulb sitting in water because it will rot them. And what I really want to do is, once they've finished flowering, I want to transfer them into my front garden with my other hyacinth bulbs. So I'm going to place them in and then try and put the beads in around them. Now I think that looks absolutely beautiful, and I think it's turned out a lot better than I thought it would. And I really did want to see the edging of the glass vase, which is why I didn't want to put a pot inside it. But as I say, you can use horticultural grit, or I've got some white stones, but I think these glass beads in this glass bowl looks absolutely beautiful. Now the variety of the hyacinth is called pink pearl, and that's the picture of it on the tag. And I don't think they're going to be that colour at all, not as vivid pink as that. I think they're going to be a lot lighter. I didn't get these from a garden centre. I got them from, they were a fruit and vegetable shop, and they were outside with lots of other bulbs and flowers. But I wish sometimes when you did buy them, it don't matter where you buy them from. I just wish they would put the right label on the right hyacinth. It doesn't matter at all what colour they are. I think they're going to be beautiful, and the fragrance on them is lovely. I really love the fragrance of hyacinths, and when they're finished flowering, they'll go in my garden anyway. But I hope you've enjoyed the video. Have a lovely week, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.